Decal car. Haven't got the approval yet, but it's wiped down. I got to clean up the windshield, which I was going to do it this morning, but I didn't get a chance, so I'll do that this afternoon before we start putting Future on it when I get the A-OK. So we're waiting on that. The Roadrunner, I'm just waiting for paint to arrive, so we got to hurry up and wait on it. The Kettenkrad. Motor's done. It's pretty much wired except for the serpentine belt, which we'll get to that. I'll get to that before I actually start putting it in the actual Kettenkrad. But I was working on the seat mechanism, I guess. The seat goes here. I got to waller out the holes here on the seat because they actually fit here, but the pegs are too big. So I'll either waller out the holes, or what I'll do is I'll probably just whack them off, and I'll just actually glue the seat on, and it'll be sturdier. But I did get the springs and the little pegs. They really need to be smaller because it's kind of it's kind of at an angle. Should be a little more straight like so. But anyway, we'll figure it out once we get it on there. It's got one peg bigger than the others, which I have no idea why, and it really don't show on the instructions why it is, or what's it for. But I'll probably have to modify it just a tad. But I got the little parts on. The only little thing, I got the little I don't know, little foot pedals. Them are on. The little, I guess, gear shift things that go right here. There's actually a sprue that's rubber, and them are rubber parts that go on top. I'll put them on last. I just got to remember to stick them on. I should remember them when I put them on, but anyway, that's pretty much that on that. So we're hopefully it does got a rubber seat, and I may put that on. I may put it on last. I haven't decided what I want to do, depending on what I need to sand and putty and cake it with primer. But anyway, we'll jump to that once we get there. Viper, I thought I'd show it before I sealed it up. I'm going to show everyone here. The cockpit's done. Everyone knows I don't spend a whole lot of time. I did do a little bit of dry brushing in there. Once you turn on the green light, it'll actually put a lot of shadows on, but I wanted to show the figure. I did Mr. Detailer washes, which is those. And they're actually a semi-gloss if you don't wipe them off. But take a little piece of paper towel or a rag, just damp it, and even with the paintbrush, you can basically wipe off the excess, and it gets in the little grooves and everything. And I just took a little bit of I took a little Cavalry red, or excuse me, red leather, and did a little dry brushing, and just to get a little bit of highlights. Did a little bit on the suit, and I'm going to shoot a dull coat on here by painting little stripes on the helmet. Put a little wash on the face, which is pretty much all you're going to see from that much distance, from 32 feet away. Painted a little little gold bird on top, and we are good to go. So I'll get her back in her little seat. I got to do a little more wash just to hide a few little painting mistakes and take pictures. And that will be the last time you all will see the pilot out of the cockpit. Because then I'm going to get it glued down, and we'll get it, shoot some primer on it so we can at least get the canopy painted. And then we can start painting the Viper. The World War I tank. This is Airfix's 1/72nd scale female tank, which is basically the male tank, but they added the female tank parts, I believe, or vice versa. It's an old kit. It is a classic kit, and I promised a couple weeks ago that I'd build this for a gentleman, so I'm going to go ahead and basically start doing it, which I've already have. It's a very, very simple kit. It's very clean too. Once you start snipping it off the trees, it just actually goes together really, really quick. Basically got the main tank treads put together and the main body. I'm just waiting for that to dry, and I'll put the other side on and get that clamped, and I'll continue on after that. It does tell you to put these on first and then put the tank tread parts on. I'm actually going to put these on first, like so, and then I'll clamp it, and then once that's good and dry, then I'll put the female guns on the side, and then we'll start painting. Basically, we're going to paint it like the box here. It's going to be weathered, but not completely caked in mud, but we'll weather it. And that's going to be about it. So it's actually a fun little project, and it's also a classic too. What else was I doing? The bird of prey. While I build planes, and I got to build some Mustangs and some 190s, I'm gonna be building some Star Trek ships, and we're gonna start with the bird of prey, and it's supposed to be lit. And first things first is for the wings. It does have wing lights, and I noticed a lot of modelers put really bright LEDs for the lights. I like fiber optics. I like them toned down. Just I don't think they should be too bright, but that's just my personal opinion. You know, if you want it super bright, knock yourself out. That's what modeling is all about. But anyway, I got some fiber optics glued in here on both the both set of the wings. Basically doing some sub assemblies here and there. The torpedo housing, I actually got one. Basically a very slow flash LED in there, so it'll have the firing photon torpedo effect. You can get light kits for Star Trek ships, and some, and not necessarily for Star Trek, but some light kits have a circuit board. Now there is some actual models that you really need the circuit board for. I truly believe that, but most of the time, just to make a a ship look good, you just need a few LEDs, and basically most modelers are going to turn it on and go, ooh, ah, look it, and then they probably will show someone else, here, turn it on, ooh ah, and that's basically using just simple LEDs. But the bird of prey is it's a simple kit. I do remember why I hate one part of it. It's the neck here. It actually doesn't fit when you put these parts on. There's a notch. It's supposed to fit in the groove here. Really, honestly, it needs to be cut out a little bit more, and I forgot all about it when I was putting it on. Should have remembered it. But anyway, I got it on. I'm going to have to probably do a little tulip, and do a little, probably some styrene strip, and we'll be good to go on it. It's got two red lights for whatever reason. It has red lights that shine from the bottom. I drilled out all the holes, most of the holes on the windows with a little mini drill and a file, and I'll put some cool white LEDs here and there just where they'll shine through. For the lights though, after I paint it to clear up the windows, I'm actually going to take 5-minute epoxy. Since it's clear, I'll mix that up, and I'll actually just apply it in the back here, and it'll make a window, and then I'll put everything all together, and it'll be good to go, and you'll have clear windows for the bird of prey. For the engines, I did 3 LEDs. I did 1 solid and 2 blinking. Yellow, red, and orange. So it'll actually it'll pulsate just enough. I didn't do a flickering LED. I didn't have any, and this was just the easiest way to do it. The engine deal. Most time when I frost something, I just sand the back of it. And for the bird of prey, what I did is took another little piece of Lex sand, and I sanded it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that out, paint the with Tamiya clear, this clear part, and then I'll do orange clear part for the inside piece here, and then I'll just probably 5-minute epoxy, get that glued on, and we'll have a nice flickering effect for the engines of the bird of prey. But anyway, there's that. I'm just doing sub-assembly, trying to wire up as we go. And it's pretty fun. It's just got a little side project while we wait for things to or to dry. Over here, I had to take Future. for the Spitfire, and I shot a couple coats on it. Hopefully you can see where it's kind of shiny. Basically featured the wings, featured the sides, featured the bottom here, and I got the bottom repainted the whatever color it was, the medium gray, which is kind of hard to probably see. I haven't done the exhaust, which I'm going to probably do that with the paintbrush and do some pigments on there. So it's either late this afternoon or in the morning I'll start doing decals on the Spitfire. The rat, me and Mr. Photo Etch here is just about, I gotta watch it where I've done glued it back about 5 times. But anyway, since I had the future out for the Spitfire, I futured the 2 ends on either side for the Balkan crosses, and then the swastika decal that goes on top. I just futured that area, and that's all I've done. I wasn't going to weather anything because I need the decals on so I can put the my next step is putting pigments on, but I needed to get the future on so I can get the decals on so we can continue on weathering. So I'm gonna let them dry today. I'll get the decals on. They'll be on either tonight, tomorrow morning, and then we'll start weathering process, because I bought some new stuff. I've been wanting to try it, and it's basically like ammos and AK, but Vallejo had their little wash system, weathering effects. That's for the environment. That's streaking grime, which I'm going to probably do that on the top of the turret over there. Plus I wanted to use it for the female over there. And there's a figure shop that I bought this from here in town, and he had the engine, but the one color I wanted, and I didn't think about it after I bought it and got it home, is this is Vallejo's engine, but this is the brown engine suit. I wanted the engine grime, which is, I think, be used a lot, but I must be going to need this. But anyway, we'll try that out on a couple of models and some scrap plastic and see what effects we can get. But anyway, that's what I have got going on today. We'll get some future on the decal car very soon. We'll hopefully get some paint on the 71 Roadrunner when it arrives, because we are waiting for it to come to the house. We're wiring up a bird of prey while things dry, because we're going to start doing a Star Trek run after we do the airplanes, and starting the female tank from Airfix. We are doing some more Kettenkrad work, Viper pilot getting painted, and we are waiting for things to dry. So that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.